Mike McCool here in the Royal Examiner studio, and with me today I have the ladies from Reaching Out Now, Sam Barber and Claire Schmitt. So they are here to talk about a couple items today. The first off is something that's happening in just like a week or so.
Next week.
That's
It's coming up.
next week. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that program?
So as you know, the youth center is happening, and we wanted to have an event, a holiday meet and greet event for the community, so they can come out and have conversations with us. And we're starting a capital campaign where we're raising funds for the program,
Right.
Which is huge, which we talked about before. So myself, Claire, a couple of the other Cena May, and some of the other board members, we're figuring to just come together and there's a lot. We know there's a lot of chatter.
Sure.
And there's a lot of excitement about the youth center. So we add a holiday spin to it, right?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, and you know, when you put these things on, just like when we've toured the facility, you know, brings on ideas, and someone says, they have that aha moment, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I can do this.
Right.
I didn't know you needed that. I've got 40 of them over here in my barn, you know,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yes.
So those kind of things happen when you can get the community together, and that's what we hope happens,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, we want to have, constructive conversation, and there's an opportunity for people to get involved in any way, whether it's
Sure.
funding or time. Like
Yeah.
I'm
You know,
contributing
funding's
time.
always good.
Or,
you know.
or resources, like you said, if they have
Yeah.
something, we have a wish list and they can provide it,
Yeah. Well, I always tell people, in fundraising, which you well know, is, asking for general operating funds is the hardest thing
Yes,
to
it is.
raise.
is.
But if you need a
It is.
refrigerator or a couch or a computer, Johnny on the spot on that.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Yes.
we want to keep operating funds at the lowest, and then, those kind of slide in,
Yeah,
Yes.
and bring the community into the conversation. We lead very busy lives, as you know, and with it, that we want from the beginning the community to feel like this belongs to our children. This
Sure.
belongs to them. And we've already sent out a survey to the high schools for the students to let us know what is it you want. And so now it's bringing in the adults, so they can say, hey, I know one of Melanie Salen, she said, is there going to be a suggestion box, at the event for the adults? When I spoke with her, I said, yes.
Note to self,
Note
add
to
to
self.
list.
That's a
You know,
good idea.
Yes, it is.
Add a suggestion box for the adults. But we're really excited about what the students are saying, which the vision is coming together to add to what they're asking for, from ping pong balls to, ping pong tables. And
I
things
know
like
what
that.
they want. They want a 25 gig internet connection. And about unlimited Wi-Fi, at the highest possible speed, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But we have some fun things happening the day of the event.
Yes, so it's on December 9th from 2 to 5, and we want to give a huge shout out to the Rushing Brothers over at Honey and Hops, who
Right,
are
and
hosting
Yeah.
They're
hosting
cool
with
guys,
us.
yes.
Yes, they really are.
They are, they are.
And there'll be live music by Joe Martin. He's playing
good.
at Piccadilly's this Saturday at 7:30 if anyone wants to check him out. But
Yeah.
for our event, he'll be there from 2 to 3:45. And we really appreciate Joe. He's a fabulous guitarist, and
He
he's
is.
donating his time
He is,
to
he
this
is.
cause, which we
Yeah.
really appreciate. So there'll be hors d'oeuvres, my own favorite charcuterie,
Yes.
finger foods. We also have a couple of items that'll be available for auction. A wine vertical from Barbersville Vineyard,
Yes.
the Octagon from 16, 17, and 18 for the wine connoisseurs.
Sam's getting excited over there.
I'm going to have to fight you on Vinny for that. And then also a Taste of Main Street basket featuring different businesses on Main Street
Yeah.
and a couple of other items. So
Yeah.
we'll have...
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
And for a good cause.
yes.
It is. It really is. And this is just one of, we're adventurous. So this is one of 3. This is the first one, and we're having one in January, and then we're planning a bigger one in February. But really getting the community excited about just bringing this vision together and having them share in it.
Yeah,
So we're
long
excited.
time coming, isn't it?
Yes.
But you have something else going on the 13th. What's that about?
Yes. So as you know, we have the meal program, which we changed last year. to having it more in the schools because of the connectivity
Sure.
and bringing community and school together. So this year, we've already met with Dr. Ballinger, and we are hosting, we're calling now Better Together family outings to let the community know that is for everyone in the school community. We just had the veterans one where Claire and her husband and her son was there, and we honored Claire's husband because, he's a veteran. And so this one, we are doing what we did last year. We are having a holiday cheer and giving. And we're having it at Warren County Middle School, December 13th. We're already working with the county. Hope Petty has been amazing. She's sent out the information to all the schools, and we are asking all of the schools, all 9 schools, to pick at least 25 families so we can give holiday gifts to for the holidays. And we're going to have music and amazing food from Chef Devin and the kids. So that's December 13th at Warren County Middle School. And the following months, January, we're having a New Year Bingo Mardi Gras. February 14th is the Valentine's Special. March 20th, we're bringing back March Madness. And April 17th is Springfest. And, of course, Safe at Home, May 11th. So
Got a lot of stuff, and we'll be seeing Sam here coming up and talking about each one of these things as it becomes.
No, but yeah, please come out. It's not just, again, we want these dinners to be, we can't stress enough. This is for all families in our community.
Right.
Not just the underserved, but let's come together as a community and
Sure.
enjoy
Sure.
a dinner fellowship together. So come on out.
Anytime you put food, you can get people to come out.
Yes,
So
yes.
it's always good. So let's talk now about kind of what's drawn all these things together, and that's the Satmeyer's Youth Center. I mean, there's been a little controversy a little bit about the name. Student Union, that sounds like a college,
Yeah, that's why the kids love it. My kids are like, yeah, Laurel Ridge has a student union. That's what they
right.
call theirs.
That's right,
They think
right.
it's cool.
So I
Yeah.
think it's good that we're going to finally, that thing has been really, I hate to use the word shut down, but
Yeah.
it's the doors have been closed for many years. And
Yeah.
I can remember when it was working, it was always utilized, but, kind of like things change and people do this. And, if you don't have someone driving the boat, so to speak, or captaining the ship, whatever it is,
Yes.
it kind of dies out and things do change. But I think it's swung the other way now, and I think people are ready for this community kind of activities and a place to go. When I was growing up in high school, we all had cars and we cruised the Johnny's Drive-In Theater, and going through, and cruise Speedway, or something.
Yeah.
But we really don't see much of that today. And kids don't even get a driver's license until they're in their 20s. So the cruising is kind of not the thing that they do, but they like to hang out.
Yeah.
No,
And,
and we're very humbled by this, to be the organization that was chosen to take on this effort. Has changed a lot, it's been a lot of sacrifices
Sure.
and a lot of transitioning for, myself, my family, and those closest to me, that, who sits on the board. But it's such a worthy cause I love the kids, this is why Reaching Out Now started.
Sure.
They are a piece of me, they from coming to my house, when Samuel was in high school, and even now he's in college, he was home for the Thanksgiving weekend.
Full house.
They flocked over. So there's a huge when I walk into that building, Mike, and I just envision the possibilities. That I've even driven over there and sat outside at night and just said,
You're like, that's
Yeah.
what I say. Some people can visualize things.
Yes.
Other people, till you get it done, oh, that's what you mean.
Yes.
But
I know. We'll call each other. We say that we're each other's dreamer. Like if she's
Yes.
like, okay, I have a crazy idea. I'm like, hit me. Let's do this.
And truthfully, I tell people all the time, your subconscious mind works 24 hours a day, and you
Yes.
plant that seed in there, and next thing you know, you're waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning with
That
this
was last
great
night.
idea and a visualization.
That was
But
last
if I don't write it down or send myself, what I do, I have to send myself an email
Yes,
to
I do the
remind me
same
what I
thing.
was dreaming about, because
Yeah, yeah.
come morning, I knew it was a great idea, but I can't remember what it was.
No, yeah. So it's it's working. I just love that we are working with the community. Yesterday I met with Shelley Cook.
Right.
You know, and
Well, she's a visionary, and
Yes.
she can
She's
visualize
incredible.
things.
Yes.
And she loves it when, and her vision has come together on those properties she's working on.
Yeah.
And it's.
But she attended the youth center, and she some people know the amazing story of her life and what she's doing. So it's making all those amazing connections,
Right.
and our next meeting is going over there and just visualizing the next step, because we've created our wish list, you know, from the kids. So board games, ping pong ball tables, you know, pool tables, but not just that. It's, as the students were saying, student union, because again, we wanted to hear from them. So we did send out a survey and said, what would you like for this? You know, our students always tell us, because we have kids in the school system, and of course now with Samuel's in college, but they feel like they don't have a voice in our community. It's always, you do it, here you go. And yeah, we have to raise them, but we
Sure.
also have to raise them with a sense of, hey, you can speak up, you can have something that belongs to you, and that's what we're doing
Yeah.
with this youth center. So
Everyone can be a leader in their own way, and that's
In
what
their
we
own
really
way.
want. Obviously under supervision, but it will be a student-led.
And I always tell parents, I said, remember, these are the kids that's going to be paying your Social Security.
Yes.
We need to train them well.
Yes, yes. Isn't that the
yes,
truth?
exactly.
And I
So-
think with, with after the COVID and how schools kind of shut down and kids were kind of like at home, we didn't see anybody out in the community. And they kind of like got lost for a
Yeah.
couple years. And I think this is good. You can see they're pent up and ready to.
They are.
do.
They really are.
Yeah.
And their comments have been absolutely amazing. You know, one young lady from Skyline High School, she wrote, please do this. You know, we don't have anything for us here. And we need something. We feel stuck, was her exact words.
Right.
And they're asking for tutoring. They're just the sweetest things. You know, they're asking for food. You know, they're asking for activities, game room. So it's
Yeah.
beautiful to see that what we spoke about this past April, now that we're reaching out to them more and more to hear their voice, that is connecting so beautifully. It's not way left that they're saying, oh, we want, skyscrapers or,
Sure.
different. They're asking for the simplest things like board games, music class.
Yeah.
So it's going to be more or less like a Montessori.
Things that bring people together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And we also got some feedback about just that there's a lot of athletics, but then what about the kids who aren't as into athletics, so they don't have the high school
That's
sports.
10 kids out of 500.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So they're, it's sort of like, what about us, and having sort of that place of belonging and safety,
Yeah.
and that it's supervision, but also that they have that place so there's sort of an outlet to
Yeah.
and to have an opportunity to be a leader and learn, maybe learn some new skills and have just a fun, safe place to belong.
Well, I know that, once it gets rolling, Sam will come up with some program, to make it even better.
Yes,
And,
yes.
and that's why I love the word in her name. It's reaching out, and that's really what she does. She don't wait for you to come to her.
No.
She reaches out and
Yeah, my poor
Makes it
friends.
happen. Yes.
brings people together.
Yes.
And I think that's, we need to do more of that.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
together. There's, oh my gosh, it's so much fun,
Yes.
When I call her or I call Sina, it's like 3:00 this morning, I was up writing and I sent a text to Sina this morning and said, what about this? And what about that? And it's so much fun when we just work together. And this huge project is more so bringing a somewhat educationally divided community
Sure.
together for the sake of our kids and giving them a voice. I'm excited.
Excuse me here. I think I'm getting a warm. I don't get colds. I get warms. It reminds me, the writer of Hebrews 10:25. Do not forsake the fellowship one with another. And,
Yes,
yes.
Probably
So
taken out of
good.
context. It has nothing to do with
No,
student
so good.
unions, but. We are social creatures,
Yeah.
and staying home all day long is not good for you.
Mm-hmm.
And and it's good for adults and for kids. I think we'll have adults involved in the activities.
Well, we are going.
too.
I'm glad you brought that up because we are going to need the adults. We're working. I have to set a meeting with Dr. Ballinger, but we're hoping that this will be a bus stop for our kids. And I know there's been talk that this is only for juniors and seniors in our schools. This is for all of our kids. there's going to be designated, just like there's a separation of middle school and high school.
Right.
There is going to be a separation. So we're working on, okay, when are the days or the day that the middle schools are going to have an opportunity to be there,
Right.
whether it's middle school Wednesday or middle
Right,
school
right.
Friday or
Well,
something.
they're in charge on Wednesday, and you're in charge on Thursday.
Yeah,
Like you could take over, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
but it's for our homeschool kids. It's for our Randolph-Macon kids. It's out for Wakefield.
Yeah.
It's
It's for all of the high schoolers in our community,
all the
and
high
also we're
schoolers in our
incorporating
community.
middle school programs as well.
Right.
So
Yeah.
and that's what we encourage. There's a lot of chatter online, like Sam said. So we're really hoping this is a meet and greet. We really hope that people with questions or concerns will come out on the 9th from 2 to 5 at Honey and Hops to
Right.
check us out and figure out how they can get involved, because there is an opportunity for everyone
There
to get
is.
involved in
Learn.
some way, whether it's feedback or resources
Exactly.
or funding.
Yeah,
Or time.
Time. We have to be. We're looking to raise. It's a lot. We're looking to raise probably about $75,000 to fund the operational
Right.
side of this event, this program. I'm blessed that People Inc. We're in talks right now as to how the company I work for can get involved as a community action agency as well. So it's really diving deep into
You've
this.
worked hard to bring the county and the town and the private sector together
Yeah.
to make this thing a reality. And before we know it, the doors will be open and the
Yes.
music will be playing and
Yes.
it'll
Yes.
all come together and it'll be like we've always had it. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
It's always been here, and I think that'll be a really tribute to our community and
We
a
have a great
legacy for
community.
reaching out now. I think it's a great work you've taken on, and I know you didn't do it all by yourself, but somebody has to drive the boat, So
Yes, and we're grateful to have her as our captain.
yes, she's really good. She's great. So we'll get together here again soon.
Yes.
And excuse me, I think it's all the wildfires we've been having. It's polluted the air, but
Yeah, but
again, really want to thank you so much for
Thank you.
keeping us abreast of what's going on, and the best of luck over the holidays for these events.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
wishing you and yours the best.
Thank
and we will
you.
get together probably before the first of the year, maybe.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we got some activities coming up, and we'll see you every month, and we'll keep everyone abreast of what's happening.
no, thank you,
And
Mike.
we'll be there for that ribbon cutting for the student union.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Yes.
we want to definitely do that.
No,
Yes.
thank you. And have people definitely go on our website. There's a page on our website where you can learn more about what's going on with the youth center. You can volunteer. There's a volunteer sign-up sheet, and there's a donate page and everything for the money that we're raising. So, reach out to us if you have any questions, please.
We will.
So thank you so much.
Well, thank you
Thanks
so
for
much.
having us, and we'll
Appreciate
see
it.
you on the
Thank you.
9th.
This
See you on the
on
9th.
the 9th.